All right, let's jump right in. The world of AI right now, it feels like we're watching a brand new universe form in real time. And to make sense of it all, we're going to use Bessemer Venture Partners' 2025 report as our map, our guide to this incredible, newly forming cosmos. This quote from the report just nails it. It perfectly captures where we are. That initial chaotic explosion of AI, the Big Bang, is finally starting to settle down. The fog is lifting. And for the first time, we can actually see these stable galaxies of companies and ideas taking shape. The future is becoming visible.
Now, I know it's easy to hear that and think, okay, more hype, right? But the report is pretty clear. This isn't just talk. The numbers, especially around how fast companies are growing, tell a story of a massive fundamental shift. And whether we feel ready for it or not, the truth is we're all living in this new reality now.
So, here's our game plan for today. Think of this as our star chart. First, we're going to identify the new players in the AI space. Then, we'll take a tour of the key areas where AI is making the biggest waves. After that, we'll look at some bold predictions. And finally, we'll boil it all down to what it really means for you.
Okay, first things first. To navigate this new universe, you gotta know what you're looking at. And the report breaks it down into two main types of AI startups, each with totally different DNA. They call them supernovas and shooting stars.
So, supernovas are, well, they're exactly what they sound like. Huge, explosive, unbelievably bright. These are companies growing faster than anything we've ever seen in software history. But there's a catch. This kind of growth is both thrilling and, honestly, kind of terrifying. Why? Because that insane growth can hide some serious weaknesses, like customers who can switch away easily or paper-thin profit margins. And then you have the shooting stars. These are way more stable. They actually look a lot like the best software companies from the last decade, just on hyperdrive. They've got a great product that people love, loyal customers, and really healthy margins. The report even cooked up a new growth metric for them, Q2T3. That means they quadrupled their revenue twice, then triple it 3 times. It's like a new rule for a whole new ballgame. This table just lays the difference out so clearly. I mean, look at this. First-year revenue, a supernova is hitting around $40 million, while a shooting star is closer to $3 million. But then check out the gross margin. Only 25% for the supernova versus a super healthy 60% for the shooting star. And the revenue per employee tells you just how different their business models are. The big takeaway here is that while supernovas get all the headlines, Bessemer is betting that this whole era will actually be defined by hundreds of these more durable, more efficient shooting stars.
All right, so now we can spot these new companies. The next big question is, where are they actually making a difference? So let's take a quick tour of the galaxies, the industry sectors that are being completely rewritten by AI. This is probably one of the most important ideas in the whole report. For decades, you had software giants like Salesforce and Oracle who built these massive empires by being systems of record. Basically, they were just giant, expensive filing cabinets for data. But AI flips the script. It doesn't just store data anymore, it acts on it. And that one change is starting to tear down the walls that those legacy companies have been hiding behind for years.
So how are these new AI startups actually breaking in? Well, they use this clever Trojan horse strategy. They offer one simple little feature to get their foot in the door and start collecting data. Then, boom, they can roll out their entire system 90% faster using AI to write the code. They even automate that painful data migration process that used to keep customers locked into old contracts. Put it all together, and you're looking at a 10x return on investment that the old guard just can't compute with. And what's really cool is where this is all happening. For years, people have called certain industries, like healthcare or legal, technophobic. But the report argues it was never about them being afraid of tech, it was that the old software was just bad. It couldn't handle their complex, messy, human language-based work. But now you've got these vertical AI companies, like Average in healthcare or Even Up in legal, that are succeeding because they're building tools that feel more like a superpower than just another piece of software.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit. Let's head to the final stop on our tour, the frontier. This is where we're going to look at Bessemer's top predictions for what's coming next in the AI cosmos.
So to kick off the predictions, let's start with a question. As AI gets smarter and moves from just answering our questions to actually doing things for us, where are these intelligent agents going to live? What's their natural habitat? And the answer, at least according to this report, is the browser. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. It's already the hub for almost everything we do at work and at home. It is the perfect spot for an AI agent that can watch what we're doing, figure out what we need, and then take action for us across all our different apps.
The browser is literally becoming the new operating system for AI. The second huge prediction is really a reaction to everything we've been talking about. With all these disruptive little AI startups making so much noise, the big established giants are finally waking up. And they're going to fight back, not by innovating, but by opening up their checkbooks. So get ready for a huge wave of mergers and acquisitions as they try to buy their way into the future. So, what is stopping big companies from just diving headfirst into AI? This chart shows it all. You see, lots of companies are testing it out, running proofs of concept. Some have even deployed it in a limited way. But almost no one has gone all in. And the bottleneck isn't the technology, it's confidence. They just don't trust it yet. And that's why the report predicts that systems for private, continuous evaluation, tools that can prove an AI is reliable and trustworthy, are going to be the key that unlocks that next massive wave of adoption.
So we've toured the galaxies, we've peeked over the horizon at some predictions. Let's bring it all back to Earth and wrap up with the most important takeaways for anyone trying to build something or just make sense of this new AI universe. Here it is, your edge. First, you've got to pick a path. Are you a high-risk, high-reward supernova or a durable, built-to-last shooting star? Second, your best defense isn't code. It's memory and context about your users. Third, focus on building systems of action, things that do stuff, not just store it. Fourth, remember the browser is the new playground for this agentic AI. Next, your speed is your weapon. And finally, keep an eye out because the big guys are coming and they're going to be shopping.
The map of this AI universe is definitely still being drawn, but the frontier is wide open. And the report makes it crystal clear that the truly iconic companies won't be the ones who just ride this wave. They'll be the ones who actually shape it. So the final question isn't just for founders, it's really for all of us. This new universe is expanding every single day. What will you build in it?